Yo, it's really, really bad, y'all. Like, shout out to y'all. Shout out to y'all. Everywhere you are and everywhere you aren't. Shout out. When I tell you about the state of affairs as far as crypto and on the post chain side of things, it's simply not good. You know what I mean? Like it's just not good, bro. Like, and let me be clear. I'm not talking about post chain not working. I'm not talking about how it's like, you know what I'm saying, like inoperable or whatever like that. It's not what I'm saying. It's not what I'm saying. I'm talking about like the actions of this person and the effects that it's had on the chain has been disgusting, bro. Like irreparable damage. Disgusting, bro. Like, regardless of what takes place, somebody like someone's gonna have to pay the Pied Piper. Someone's gonna have to, you know what I mean? Like it's crazy. Everyone doesn't deal with stress the same, y'all. Everyone doesn't deal with pressure the same. People have their own levels of what they can bear. And you know, truth be told, this guy, you know, so many times I've said that he's disconnected from reality. So many times I've said he's disconnected, y'all. You got people on your chain that hurt themselves, you know what I'm saying? Like people in the community that were right supporters that are no longer around because allegedly they couldn't deal with the performance of the chain. You know what I mean? It is what it is, man. It is what it is. Like people can't help themselves, so they're gonna say even online, they're gonna talk. They're gonna talk. They're gonna express their feelings. So what? They're gonna express their feelings. You know. And act like, yo, it's crazy, bro. I don't know. I don't know how it's gonna turn out, but it's not looking good for Pulse. It's not looking good for your man. It's not looking good for your founder. Like really, it's like I said this earlier, right? Like let's say let's say he decides to pump the chain or pump the coin that he's sacrificing, 10,000. Well, then that's just gonna show and reveal that that's what it took for him, right, to be able to pump that coin, versus his main coins that he couldn't pump for whatever reasons. And that's going to be another ugly truth that's going to rear its head. Like, dude, he bit off more than he can chew. Just bit off more than he can chew. You know? I don't know what more to say. Like, it's just bad, man. Like, it's just for you to be bullish, super bullish, like now, mm, there's too much working against that. You could be bullish if you're a maniac. You could be bullish if you're a lunatic. But to be bullish in a time where you have all these things working against the entire community, and it's just not a biblical situation where people try to say, oh no, David versus Goliath, and that got nothing to do with anything biblical. None of that, bro. This is absent of all of that. This is absent of anything righteous. This has nothing to do with DeFi, revolutionary anything. Has absolutely nothing to do with that. ENJ Dub was goody. Bonita Nelson in the building. What's up? What's up? Y'all gotta be careful playing this crypto game. It's and then they're not only playing the game, playing it on like this character is not he's not all there. He's not all there, man. His hands are not clean. Not by a long shot. He's been hiding for years. You have international law enforcement agencies that are after him. Like, this is not cool. None of that is cool, man. You know what I'm saying? None of that is cool. Playing these games on the internet will get you what? You have people who praise him, adore him, like grown men who are fathers, who are following this childless, narcissistic person who's behaving like a coward. Like, you got grown men, military men who served in the military, who are fathers, who have kids that look up to them that they have to take care of, following this childless soul. Blindly following him. Like, what are your kids? How are your kids gonna look at you when they get older? No, no, Dad. This is what you were doing. You were. This is how you gave it up. This is how you gave it up. This guy got $1.6 billion 4 years ago from a community of people who sacrificed their monies into these projects, not housing projects. It might as well be housing projects. It might as well be, and they weren't even original projects. Forked copies of a chain and a DEX. Talking about software is hard. Rocking people to sleep for 2 years talking about software is hard. Endless test net after test net after test net. Finally launched this thing, and it's just been problems after problems after problems. Don't get me wrong again when I say the chain works. It's been working, yeah, sure. But what's been the main motivating factor for people to even want to sacrifice? First, it was the 10,000x. It's all about making money. You multiply any number times 10,000, you get excited. You're like, damn, that's what that coin did? So you're going to throw money at this guy. You're going to throw it and deal with all the magical foolishness and nonsense about having no expectations. You're going to play that stupid game to avoid scrutiny from Howey test, passing the Howey test. You're going to play that game. Then gets into a battle with the SEC. And then you know, on the SEC side of things were so damn janky. It's not a surprise that they lost. The way they just formulated their own case and presented it, janky from the door. And you would think, okay, cool. SEC loses. Not only does the SEC lose, but they got revamped from top to bottom. Revamped. No longer the same SEC. So you would think, okay, damn, this is like something taking place here. It's time to really be excited and happy. And look, the exact opposite took place this year. The exact opposite of people really feeling and like really witnessing in price of these stupid ass coins to watch these things really show, okay, damn, everybody excited. Look at how the market is reflecting the sentiment of the people. Yeah, beat the SEC, sure, pump to high heaven. However you got to make it happen, make it happen. Nope, none of that happened. And the entire crypto space couldn't even care. Could care less. Could care less. That's a reflection on dude. That's a reflection on the founder himself of a poor representation of a so-called leader. Because the best thing a person can do is say the people are complaining, they're crying, the community keeps selling and selling and selling and selling. Oh, whoa. All of that could very well be true. But what has the leader done? No one wants to address that. And I say no one in jest because people have been addressing that directly to the leader. And what do you find? Name calling, ad hominems, virtue signaling, immature banter, insults. That's what you get from him. The fake star of the show. Now DG said he see me. It's one of those, right? What's goody? What's going on? Like, it's bad, right? Like, it's at a point where I feel like, I don't know, the day of reckoning. Like, it's just getting closer and closer. The closer each day that passes is the more people are going to see the truth for what it really is. And is going to hurt. If people don't want to see things for what they are now, they're going to be surprised. And then the other thing that's a little bit that's crazy to me is how people really think that those of us that really identify the mistakes that have been made by this leader, so-called leader, poor excuse of a leader. You were leading fairly differently the first 2 years between, I'm not going to include 19 because that was a month, between 2020 and 2021, and maybe into 22. You were leading, doing something to show face, literally, on the internet and in real life. 23 comes, you gone. Actually, the end of 22 comes, you gone. All the way up till now. And you believe that everything is just in the hands of the people? He just believes that everybody should be doing everything. Everybody been doing everything this whole time. It's going to be 6 years. Next week will be 6 years since the anniversary of this coin that he launched back in 2019. And it's just been non-stop talk, promotion, advertising, marketing, all over the internet, just from this subculture, sub-community of crypto and DeFi. It hasn't stopped in 6 years. This person stopped. This person disappeared. This person decides to not take onus or accountability for his actions or lack thereof. This person will tell you ungrateful. The entire community is ungrateful. Meanwhile, it's the same community that gave him billions of dollars under the guise of having no expectations. People in the world, while you were alive in your lifetime, gave you billions of dollars. Billions. I mean, really. There's someone behind me. There's people all around me, bro. Trust me, man. Ask somebody. There's people all around me, man. All the time, bro. It's not good, bro. Like it's just crazy, man. And like I said, when this thing, if let's say he does magically conjure up a trick, so you had to have launched a PRC20 to make it pump 10,000 because you couldn't do it with the coin that gave you relevance that damn near birthed him and his existence on the chain in crypto. That's the coin. You couldn't pump that again, 10,000x on either one of the chain. He nuked the whole situation. That's the first bomb he did and set off the bomb in his whole entire operation was between the E-Hex, P-Hex thing. That was the death knell. The first, well, now I won't say the first, but it was just been sabotage upon sabotage of his whole situation. You can't pump Hex, you can't pump Pulse, nor Ink, or Pulse X, for whatever reasons. So you're gonna throw this quick thing out here, this smoke screen, some privacy thing that no one cares about, but it's just another play for some people that want to get rich real quick or gamble like a scratch off, lotto. You're gambling, or just gamble on this person again after he couldn't help you become whole with the first two sacrifices. That dude couldn't help you get ROI from the first two. He's gonna launch another sacrifice. Talk about no middlemen. Sacrifice for no middlemen. Like what? Meanwhile, he's in hiding and crying to Elon Musk, talking about some privacy stuff. You call your community cryfax for asking you legitimate questions, but he can go on the Twitter and glaze and tug on Elon's nuts as if Elon really cares about him. None of his peers fuck with him. I've been saying that for years. People don't like him. I'm not talking about this weird ass community. I'm talking about his peers don't fuck with him. They don't even speak kindly of him, highly of him. They didn't even support him in the SEC battle. You know who supported him in the SEC battle? The people that went to the courthouse from the community. And he still can't show support and show his face. Meanwhile, people flew from everywhere to come to New York. Dude, weird, bro. It's very weird, bro. Very like it's sordid entertainment for me because this ain't gonna end well. This continues like this. Whether like I see it this way, like even if proof X or whatever the hell X pumps, everybody's gonna know what time it is. Everyone who's in the know is gonna know what time it is if it pumps, right? And it's gonna make him look worse. He thinks that's gonna save his face. Like that's gonna be something for him to talk about. Hey, look, never mind the failing performance of right the blockchain and all that other stuff. Look at what I did here. I'm talking, let's say hypothetically speaking, whatever. Look what I did here. I pumped level. Hey, forget about all that the other coins. It's a bear market, long term. Have long term view, delay your gratification. But look what I did with ProveX, and you don't know when that's coming out. But look what I did with ProveX, for example. He pumps it. You're gonna know this all been fugaga. This has all been Ponzi-rific tricks. That's it. That's all this has been. Then you got believers who think like this is all gonna turn around. When this all turns around, the information, for example, that I share is supposed to engender. People feel like this is useless, and it engenders FUD, fear, uncertainty, and doubt. So I'm supposed to promote sociopathic messaging, psychopathic messaging. I'm supposed to erase, avoid, dismiss the problems that have existed and just bullpost to no end and just be super positive for what? I'm not in anybody's cabal. I haven't launched and conspired with any type of close knit subculture, sub community that all they've done is just grift and extract value. I'm not a part of any of that. So what do I get out of it? I get a bowl of stress and toxicity that I will ingest every day, being positive and super positive. Meanwhile, you're watching all these problems taking place. No one cares about these damn stupid tablets. When they're like I don't care whatever is going on. It's just crazy, bro. Like again, sure he realizes the countdown for the end of the year, the unofficial countdown. It's this year, bro. So many people saying the same thing too. Like this is if this year ends and he don't and people don't see certain things materialize, it will not be good. Not only for the chain, but for him. It already isn't good for him. And I got no nothing. I'm just going by like being a participant and a spectator, speculating, and also just applying common sense. You know what I mean? applying common sense to the whole situation. People are openly saying they're after him. Openly saying it on on X. Folks are gonna speak how they speak. People are tired. People are angry. I don't think he really understands, nor does he care. Yo, like, again, people have. I just know of this year, and I heard this year, 2 people hurt themselves. 2 people deleted themselves. I just heard that happen this year, in May of this year. 2 people who were part of the community, no longer alive, took their own lives. And imagine what the families of those individuals are dealing with and going through, right? And you have this pathetic excuse of a leader performing the way he has been. And you could be a grieving relative. Like, this is deeper than about a portfolio. That's why it's gone past a certain point. It's gone past a certain point. A point of there's no comeback, like, in a way. Like, whether it goes 10,000x or not, your whole thing is just stained. His whole reputation is stained. His whole operation is stained. That's the real truth. And the damage control that the few are trying to do, they have a right to do whatever, try to troubleshoot, repair, public publicity, trying to really, like, downplay how bad it really is. You can keep doing that if you want. But again, the truth is something that, it comes in one form. You can lie a million different ways. And we watching people express themselves, people who don't even communicate with one another, drawing the same conclusion and saying, oh no, this is a problem. Not only is this a problem, but it needs to be fixed. And they don't know how to fix it. They just don't know how to fix it. No one knows how to fix it. Everyone pointing at him. Everyone pointing at the focal point, the common denominator is the one that owns 90 to 95% of everything he got going on the chain. Whether you want to say there's bots, right? That an army of bots that are caping for him, defending him, and all this foolishness. People see right through all that. It's a mirage. It's a ruse. It's an illusion. People see right through it all, man. People see right through it. Mix in the building. Diversify. Craig, what's going on? Easy, bro. And like you said, mix is true. People get uncomfortable when mental health comes into play. Like, that's not a joke. Like, people take that like, what you mean? This is not to be taken lightly. But people don't understand what they don't know, and then some people just don't want to deal with reality. I deal with that every day. I don't have to tell you, like, if I took the time Like I could do a whole different channel just talking about mental illness and substance abuse. And it'll just be that. I'll never run out of content. Never run out of content. You think that's absent in this community? Hell no. That shit don't discriminate. The power of addiction grips anybody. Doesn't matter what lineage you're from, ethnicity, creed, nationality, don't matter. You find that right here too. You find that right here too. And there's a lot of mental illness taking place within this community right here. Case in point, when people want to just dismiss common sense for fantasy, that disconnect alone right there is problematic. You want to dismiss truth for lies, just off rip, just that's it. You just, right? You want to just believe. It don't matter if you witnessing something counter to what you believe in unfold, has been unfolding. You just want to believe so bad. Believe till you bleed. You don't think there's a dysfunction there? And people don't even have respect for those that have hurt themselves, and right, and stemming from him. Like I would even personally give him credit. It doesn't mean I would respect him, but I would give him credit if he at least acknowledged those who have fallen by their own hands and their own actions for whatever reason, just for the sake of the fact that they were once community members. Because you want to dance and gallivant, right? And do a two-step with the people 4 years ago. You want to party, take pictures with people. It don't take much to send a tweet offering condolences to the loved ones that have lost their members who were a part of the community. It don't take much. It takes a bum-ass tweet. You proficient in that anyway. But he's void of compassion. He's void of all those things. He's void of that. You know what I mean? Yeah, he looking weird as F, man. He's looking bad. Like not good. Like this is, and is that FUD? You know what I'm saying? Like, look, you see, I agree. He's looking terrible. Is that FUD? But you got these brainwashed people will tell you that's FUD. And that when the market does decide to recover, because we're in the bear market again. That's it. Right now, we're in the bear market, period. That's just my belief. You got people that will tell you when the market does decide to recover, folks are going to look at people like me and blame me for fudding them out of gains. That's again one of these games, the tricks that people play. You mean to tell me I got that much power? I got that much power? Oh, that's what they call influencers. So I'm influencing the minds of these people. And then people dismiss when I'm talking the way I'm talking. You would think oh yeah, I got rid of my stakes and all that. I didn't get rid of my stakes. No. The stakes will be proof that he is either the biggest scammer in crypto or not. But the stakes will serve as proof. that he either knew what he was talking about or he didn't. That's it. Other people could do whatever they want, but I know how I'm moving, how I'm rocking, and how I'm rolling. End of story. There's nothing more to. I know how I'm rocking and how I'm rolling. Like that's it. And trust and believe. This ain't my first rodeo with crypto and this and that and that and this. I'm interested in other things too. But here, no, it's he was always touting T-Share, 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 everything T-Share. Truth Engine. Yeah, this Truth Engine will identify if you were a piece of shit liar or if you were not, and you were a man of your word. His own tools are revealing who he is. The shit he created is revealing who he is. Good, bad, or indifferent. So all this talk about people talking about they fudding, like the fudders, when the market turns around, the people who FUD are gonna be made to blame. Is that's a person who's speaking from a perspective of fear because they are afraid of losing their popularity. They're afraid of not being liked, of not being respected in the community because they're afraid to speak truth. Not just one way. We're not talking about one way about how powerful a T fucking share is. We're talking about how the effects of this man who's been gone for 3 years has adversely impacted his whole operation. Speak that truth. They're afraid to do it. So they're going to keep talking to you about some hex. That's how they get down. Mm-hmm. They're going to keep talking to you about, you know, oh yeah, don't give up because, look what Bitcoin did. Zoom out. All this extra, extra, extra. Keep talking to you about the same old, same old, same old. Oh yeah, this is the best founder, best founder. And you're afraid of being disliked. You got people who got all kinds of agendas. They're gonna do what they do, how they do it, and give you false hope. Y'all are funny. He always looking weird. It is functioning lunacy, and it's true. All this money and no repercussions. But this is the thing. This is the thing. Like we talking about it. Like words have power, right? Words, energy is something that exists that we can't create nor destroy. We can accept, manipulate, redirect, use it. How we're talking and how we're thinking, other people have been doing the same and more for a long period of time. He put himself in a disgusting position, in a horrible position. I'd be looking over my shoulder every effing day in a Faraday cage. If I was in a home, whatever locale, domicile, the walls are covered up with Faraday paper, and I'm by myself, I would still be looking over my shoulder by myself. That's the position he put himself in. Who to trust? Who can you trust? He could barely trust himself how he's moving. How you gonna trust himself when he's just been contradicting himself for the past 3 years? This is the leader that people are betting on. Like I said, that thing go 10,000x, we gonna know why. And we're gonna know why. And we're gonna see, oh yeah, that was a play. That could go 10,000x, but he can't make his own blockchain go 10,000x. He can't make his own DEX go 10,000x. He can't make his own coins go 10,000x. For whatever reason, again. Anything go up 10x, people dump because they're tired. They wanna exit. They wanna, get off the chain, keep it moving, do whatever. People, it's holidays, so folks are pulling up for the holidays and all that already. People pulling up cars you never seen before and all that. Tails in the building said he ate one too many McNuggets. They said a giving tree is wonder. I mean, I just give my time right, my words, man. I wish things were different. I wish things were different with this, different for the better for everybody involved. I wish things were different, but it's not, and that's the worst part about it all. Like, right? I wish things were different. Like, what does that even mean for him to remain in hiding and non-disclosure? That means the chain is cooked. It's a thing of now forget about this chain. Like, I'm glad other things exist in crypto. To be real, to be real, because this thing here is cooked. Your man got 80, 90, 95% control. It's his operation. It's his sacrifice. He gets the majority of everything. The majority. And you want to talk about decentralization? You stake the majority of OA Hex tokens out 15 years, dismantling whatever 38% interest rewards or rates or whatever folks were getting to stake. That got ruined. Dismantle the Inky missions in the farms. How many times he did that? What, 3 different times? But you talking to people about some decentralization. No admin keys, right? As long as he has the admin keys, all is well. But everybody else, no admin keys are bad. Admin keys are bad. Admin keys are bad. Unless he holds them. He's been working with admin keys a whole damn stupid time. Like, this is what the part of even with him that's just seems so disingenuous with him. Like, you'll say, oh, crypto this, crypto that this, no admin key, no counterparty risk. You the biggest counterparty risk. You the largest middleman with admin keys in your whole entire operation. And you think people are stupid because he banks on the gullible, the weak, the naive. I made a naive move, sacking. Yeah, because that was a gamble. I said, oh man, let me gamble. You know? Clash in the building. At least, Clash, you give a contrary perspective. At least you do that. So people can't say yo, my stream is just one way, narrow-minded, narrow view. It's just all hate. At least you give your take, your perspective, counter to sort of go counter to what I'm talking about. I don't agree, but I appreciate clash perspective and leaving it in the chat so people can see this ain't all one way. But I'm like, yo, this could have been different. And for everybody involved, this should have been different, especially for hardworking, honest, good people, man. You know, I believe there's good people out here, more good than bad, right? And we deserve our just due, for sure. But the way this guy's carrying on and his cronies, nah, they lost mad respect for me. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like these people, these streamers, influencers in the community, they have no influence on anything except recruiting and furthering the brainwashing propaganda, right? So let me not say they have no influence, because they clearly do, because when they launch sacrifices, people throw money at them. So that's a certain level of power that they do have. Let me be real and truthful about that and fair. That's true. But the money that they do get is not for the community, it's for themselves and their pockets and their personal lives. That's what you see here. That's what you've seen unfold. And it's crazy how certain people would say I'm fudding, and then I'm gonna be put to blame if the market does pump, then I'm gonna be the one to blame for fudding people out. They're gonna blame people like me. Right? From this is a perspective from people who've been in the community early, the longest, who support RH and his shenanigans. Don't see why I should do this, why I should bring this to light, why I should consistently talk about the hypocrisy and highlight the contradictions. Because when the market does turn, people are going to look at me and be mad at me because I fudded people out, right? But these same individuals don't have the heart, nor do they have the courage to call out their own peers who've done more damage to the community than I ever could. Their own influencer peers who scammed the community more than I ever could and ever have. That's why, folks, I stay solo dolo. You know, last year I was streaming, dropped the link in the stream, and we would talk and build, and different people, not interested. Because on Pulse Chain, it's person versus person. Even if you think you're in a clique, it's still person versus person. It's that ruthless. It is what it is. You know? You got coins down 99%. And that's a win? When would that ever be a win in your founder's book? Sci-Vive cult brainwash propaganda. Sci-Vive cult manuscript full of spells to program you into believing he is one of the good guys in life and here to save you because he's the best person in crypto. Propaganda, brainwash. When would 99% down ever be good in his book? But it hurts to acknowledge that truth. The flip side for the original people that were involved with it is they're still up. Because you talk about 99% down from all-time high, not 99% down from all-time low, that they are still up. Well, bravo. Good for you all that are still up. The majority of the world, the majority of people on the chain are not. Is that a lie? Am I funning? Crying? The dude looks terrible, man. Look, it's in the United States Thanksgiving coming up, and this is what people are doing. This is what he present. This is yo. You could feel it in the air. Like you could. Some may write. Some may write. Pump prove X. Make people whole. Make people whole. Because that's the goal. It's not about the technology. It's about making people whole. But that's not his objective to make anybody whole. His objective is to reaffirm his position so he can act like he's the best thing again in crypto. That's all it's about. It's not about us. It's never been. Only when he wants the money. So he could do whatever he want to do because he's cheap as fuck and greedy. You know? He got in way over his head. I'm gonna say that like it's already recorded. It's left in YouTube history, internet history. YouTube, for as long as YouTube videos stay up for however long, I've already said it. He bit off more than he can chew. He did fine with the ERC20, with the Ethereum derivative coin. He did fine with that, with his manipulation, magical tactics. But he overstepped his boundaries and bit off more than he could chew with an entire blockchain and a DEX to accompany it. It was just too much. And the monies that were brought up, again, how the hell you think he gonna multiply $1.6 billion or $2 billion times 10,000x and think that's just gonna be what it's gonna be? How? Let's so now you got, let's say ProveX goes up 50 million. Let's say give it 50 million by next week, whenever that shit ends. He amasses 50 million, like Liquid Loans did. 50 million is not 1.6 billion. So he could fuck around and do the fuck around with the numbers and make the shit pump. And so he could look great. Make Pulse Chain fake great again. It's not even about Pulse Chain, make Pulse Chain fake great, because it wasn't for Pulse Chain. Make his image great again. That's the time he's on. That's the time he's on. But I could be all the way wrong. But what I've been waiting for the last 2 years strong, since the first Christmas stream debacle, what I've been waiting for since the first Christmas stream, since 2023, is to be proven wrong. And he has the uncanny skill to make the best moves to prove me right. Since 2023, since December 2023, he's done a fabulous job. Fabulous job. Being wrong and strong. and proving little old me with my observations and my thoughts correct. And with many other people in the community too. But I gotta also give credit to where it's due again. Crypto Saint came out late 21, early 22 with his perspectives on about the truth hiding in plain sight. The whole time, the entire time, the only voice, the only voice. Then last year, and the beginning of this year, but especially last year, sharing, tweeting the movements that were done on Pulse Chain, bridging out, buying Ethereum, bridging out these untold amount of cryptos. We talking untold amount of Hex, untold amount of Pulse, untold amount of Pulse X, and nobody cares about your leaderboard, God Whale, Overwatch, wallets that people watching. Bigger than that. And this was when Overwatch was quiet, was out of the scene. There's moments where these people were they just had a bootleg sabbatical. They were not making any noise on Pulse Watch, Hex Alerts, all them catching all the movements. And Saint was just forwarding them. Like, look at this. Look at that. This is crazy. Daughter wallets. What's going on here? This is. And what I noticed was how you had people staking hundreds of millions of Hex for 7 days, 14 days, maybe 30 days, 21 days, 2 weeks, 6 days, 400 million, 190 million, 200 million, none of them 55, 55. What did we come to realize? What did we come to discover? They were doing short rolling stakes, and got in while the getting was good. En masse. Many accounts were doing that. Getting to the bag. Getting to the bag. So what did OA do? Changed all that situation to where now it's minuscule interest rates on a daily because they staked out 55 to disrupt and deter all that behavior that was taking place for 2 years. With the rolling stakes, the big bags, rolling stakes. Yo, Clash and Gandiji, y'all stay clashing, put intended. Y'all stay Gandiji. Y'all stay clashing, man. Right, I'm better. This weirdo Pulse Chain founder, I'm better. You better at nothing. You better at failing. Yeah, that's what you've been better at these last 4 years. Failing, lying to the people, hiding. What happened to your watches? Are you or are you not guilty as fuck? What is wrong with this guy? I'm not talking about SEC. Why are you hiding? Who got your watches? Why you left them behind? What's wrong with this guy? Why are you crying about your privacy, location, and all that? Like that counts and that matters. You scared. I thought you had billionaire friends. People told me he has billionaire friends. Imaginary friends. Motherfuckers that don't care about this guy, bro. It's clear and it's evident. Good people. I'm going to catch y'all on the next one. Easy.